Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to September and new month, the month of spring here in Australia. And I think summer's come early, actually. So apologies for the delay in starting today. Our computer was going really too slow, so we had to restart it. And sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to do. Today we're going to be looking at the set. I'm going to hold it up like this for you. Got a bit of a delay. Thoughtful Expressions. Now I've had this on my shelf for, gosh, I don't know how long, but I haven't used it. And I was taken by it because of the hummingbird down here. And I thought I would share some hummingbird facts with you today, because when we were in America a few years ago, I was fascinated by the little hummingbirds that were coming in to feed from the nectar that people had put in the bird feeders. And they were so tiny. Apparently, the smallest hummingbird is only 5 centimeters long. So can you imagine how tiny they are? They're the most amazing, beautiful little birds. And apparently they can travel alone up to 800 kilometers. And the wings make a noise, which is why they're called hummingbirds. And they're the only bird that can fly backwards, up and down, like a helicopter. They can't walk and they can't hop. They've got no sense of smell, but they've got good color vision. Their tongue moves in and out 13 times per second. Can you imagine that? And they consume double their body weight in a day. Their wings beat at 75 beats at least per second. And one thing I found was really interesting was that a flock of hummingbirds is called a bouquet, a glittering, a hover, a shimmer, or I can read what the last one was that I had written down. That's because I was writing it very quickly. Imagine, they're just beautiful little birds. So it's on page 127 of the catalogue, so you can see it here. And I decided to do a few different things on mine today. So I've cased some of them. Actually, I've cased them all in a sense, but they're not the same as the person. So the first one I'm going to do today is this card. Hi, Sharon. Sorry for being late. As I was saying, we had a few computer problems. So this is the first card I'm going to do today. I'll move it down so you can actually see it. This card actually was done as a cross on top of this embossing folder, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, but I love this embossing folder. It is a flower one. I can't remember its name. Let me look it up quickly and see if I can find it. You know how when you're rushing for something. Number 10, layered florals. It is stunning. When you emboss it, you can see that the pattern is really raised. You could even use blending brushes in this, but I'm just going to use it in its straight form. So I think it's probably magnolias or something. I'm not sure. So let me get started here. So what I'm going to do is, this is going straight on the card like this, but before I put it on, I've got a couple of strips. Now, the original card that I saw, they had done like a cross on it, but I'm going to do something slightly different. So I've got a white strip that I'm going to put down here, and you'll see why I haven't put it on the card yet. So let's pop that on. I'll put it on the left hand side, just in a little bit, and then I'm going to get the white strip that is much narrower and put it alongside it, but leaving a little space in between. Okay, at the moment they're sticking out over the bottom, so I'm going to cut those bits off. Okay, so that's the first part of the card done. Now, I did some pre-stamping because otherwise we'll be here all night. So I have stamped the flowers, which are also in the set, down here at the bottom, and the hummingbird. So I'm going to use both of those, and I've chosen Pretty in Pink, and for the hummingbird I've chosen Old Olive and Pretty in Pink for the hummingbird. So basically I'm going to build my card now, and you know that they have beautiful dies that come with this. The dies are called Thoughtful Expressions, okay? And you know, I haven't used them enough. Look at this one here. It's like an open flower. I'll show you it. How pretty is that? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to use that first of all on my card, like this. And all I'm going to do is put just a little dab of glue in the center of it. That's all it really needs. Okay. And I'm going to pop it probably about there. I'm going to leave my hummingbird till last. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put the flowers on, and I've put them on dimensionals, colored them in before we started, just to speed things up, because you know me, sometimes it takes me a while. And I'm going to place that on top, but not on the flower. Okay, let's move it over a little bit more so we still get that feel of that flower behind it. Okay, now I have some leaves here that I've also cut out from the same set, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in behind the dimensional raised flowers. So don't need a lot of glue on these, and I'm just going to push it in like that so that it sits flat. I've got a couple more here. I might put this one, let's see, down there, I think. Just checking that it would fit. And some glue on the petals. And just push it down. Almost there. And I've got a tiny leaf as well, which I want to use because I want to bring it around underneath. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the solid leaves. I'm not even putting glue on the open leaves, just on the solid leaves. And because I've got they're tucking in behind the flower, I'm not worried about having the stem glued down. Okay, so that's that part. Now my hummingbird's going to go up here, okay? But before I do that, I think I want to put this on the card. So let's, even the other side of this embossing folder is beautiful. Let's put it on the card. This card was created by Jay Soriana from Mitoshi Crafts in England. And Mitoshu Crafts, I think it's called. And I really liked it, and I wanted to create something that was similar but not the same. So now to find my hummingbird, and I've put some dimensionals on the back of him. I am going to add one more. Let me see. I want to add, if you can look at his beak, it's really thin. So what I want to do, I literally had to, these actually, you can cut these out with the dies, because they have one for the birds, one for the flowers. So let's get these off. Now, I was fascinated by these beautiful little birds in the US. I think the biggest one's about 15 centimeters long, and yeah, so let's put him, I think I want him coming down a little bit more, like that. There we go. Right, now, I thought this would make a beautiful sympathy card. I've taken the tape off that. Yep. There it goes. I'm going to put his beak underneath the flower leaf so that it stays and doesn't stick up. There we go. So I've stamped So Sorry in Memento Black. I thought it would make a beautiful sympathy card. We always hope we don't need them, but you know, it's good to have them when we need them. And that's it. That's the first card today. Now the second card I'm going to do today is based on it's called a buckle card. I'm going to move those out of the way. It's called a buckle card, and it's from Tamara's Paper Trail, Tamara Bertram. And I'm going to show you this card. I was actually quite fascinated by this. Get my bits and pieces. And hopefully I haven't lost anything, because that often happens to me. Okay. Right, so this is, I have to remember that I'm not as high up as this is the buckle card, and this is basically the buckle, and it just flips out like that, and that's your center bit. I love this card too. I decided to use the Winter Seasons DSP that's been carried over from last year on this one, and the blues. So I'm a bit of a fan of blue anyway. So yep. So let's get all these little pieces out. Pop my little flowers up there. And I've already stamped this beforehand. And I have my inks here. And I'm going to very quickly, if I can find my water paper, which I can't find, but that's okay. I could colour those in, but I'll just leave them as they are at the moment, okay? Partly because, yeah. So I'm going to put that in here so it hides behind the front flap. So I've cut about 3 centimeters off, or 2.5 centimeters off the front, and that's going to go right on the inside. And then I made another strip, just checking that it's up the same way. Let's see. Not quite sure. Oh, sorry. I get this around the right way. Is that it? Well, that would work. Let's try it this way. It's fun when you cut it earlier and then you think, no, it has to go. I think I want those, I don't know what way to put those. Put them going up, maybe. Okay. Right, now just check it's the right length before I put it in. There's just a fraction. I'm going to trim off the bottom. Here we go. Now before I put this bit on, I'm going to put this bit on first, so bear with me while I do that. Okay. I've had an incredibly busy day, so sort of running behind the 8 ball all day today. Okay, so that's hidden behind there, but I don't want to put this bit on here yet because I want to put this bit, I don't know which way to put it. I think I want to put it that way. I think, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll put it that way. Doesn't really matter, but let's do it that way. Okay, it might be a tiny fraction skinny, but let's see how we go. Pop it on. There. I could put some other colour behind it if I wanted to. Now, I've got my buckle that I've made. So I've cut a piece of cardstock and I've just die cut out from the Thoughtful Expressions dies. I've used one of these, and I've used it just to partially cut the piece of cardstock and then just evened it off. Put a score line in it, and it's going to go on the middle of the card. So let's just check where the middle of the card is. Oh gosh. And find my pencil. It's about 14.8, so I would say 7.4 would be about the middle. So that's just to give me an idea of where it is. So what I'm going to do first is put tape on the back here, and this is going to go find approximately the center. There we go. I'll put out a little bit more. I think that's better. And push that in. Just trying to get it in the right spot. There we go. That looks pretty centered. Okay, so that's going to flip over the top like that. Okay, I just want it to be straight because it looks to me as if it's a little crooked. That should do. Okay, so I'm putting that on first, and then I'm going to put this strip on top. Okay. It's very important you do it that way because otherwise you have made a bit of a booger. Okay, so let's put this so it lines up with the other one. Okay, so when we close the card, we've got that. Do you know what? Oh no, I'm just going to leave that like that. Now, I've got with this one that I did, I had with sympathy on it. So it makes a beautiful sympathy card as well. With this one, I've put hope on it. Okay. And I'm going to glue that. And you notice that this one, I just cut the corners square, like triangles. This one I did as a special age. So let's get that and put some glue on the back of it. And I'm going to pop it so that it matches. So I used a smaller die for that. So that's that bit. Okay, now I'm going to get my little bird, wherever he is. He's hiding on me. Now, on this one, the lady who had done this had actually used daubers and gone right outside the lines, but I haven't. I've just left it like I watercolored this one. So it is a very elegant die, this one. I love the way it leaves that beautiful edge on your cards. In fact, it has some beautiful dies in it. This one, there we go. And I'm going to take the little bit I've put on his beak so that it sits. And I didn't actually need that bit on his beak because those ones I don't need. So I'm going to take those off because I don't want it to stick to the card. See, I was rushing to do this before I came on air, and you see what happens when I'm rushing. I can't find my pick, but that's okay. Let's take that off his wing. Off his wing. And that one off his wing. It's sticky on my hand. Okay. Now I'm going to place him on the card like this. That's why I don't want any glue dots up there. So let's make sure we've got all the backs off and place a little guy there. Now, I also have right here a couple of tiny little flowers, actually 3. And I'm going to use some glue dots to put those in place. So I thought I'd put them, they're sticking to everything. My glue dots. I don't know where my pick has gone. It'll be somewhere on the table, but it's hiding at the moment. So oh, here it is, right here. Hiding under the embellishments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these over. I've put a little rhinestone in the middle. And just take that off for a minute. Turn them over. There's one, it's got a glue dot on it. Get another glue dot. I'll do it on this one, the darkest one. And one more. You know, I feel sad that I haven't used these before now because they are so pretty. But you know, one of the great things about doing this Facebook Live is it's challenged me to actually use my stamp sets. Now, let's get rid of that. Where do I want to put these? I think down here. I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to put that one there. Okay, so you can see I've done this one differently to that one. Now, I've got my little dot that I've cut out. And what I'm going to use for this is a dimensional. Now, I want to get a small round one. I'm going to place it so that it's sitting on the card. Okay, so I want to put it to one side of the circle. There's a reason for that, because I'm going to put it so that that touches, or just sits like that over the edge, so that when you flip it open, oh, I do like this one, you can flip that in. Now I'm going to get one of my gems and I'm just going to put that in the middle just to add a little bit of life to it. And that's our card. And you're right, Sharon, it makes us keep stamping. So I love this card. I think I want to try this out with other sets as well. So just like this whole idea of the buckle on it. And it's so easy to make. So let's put that one aside. Now, I'm going to do something today that I haven't done before. I don't have a makeup of this card, so I'm going to do this one from scratch. Okay. I do know what I'm going to do, so at least that. So I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight. I've got this. This is one of the new. I've had such a busy day. My brain's not working. Color or papers. So they come in the 6x6s and all the colors of the stamp sets. So I'm going to put that on, but before I do that, I'm going to add this one to it. Okay, So let's do that. I haven't done this before, so I'm hoping that it'll work. Let's see what happens. It's always good to try something. Okay, so I've got that. Then I've cut a piece that's smaller still, and it's going to go there, but I'm going to stamp it, okay? And I don't want to, I could stick this bit on. That wouldn't be a problem. I can stick that onto the card. And I'll keep it out of my hair or whatever. There we go. Just going to stick it on the front of the card. Like this. So the blue just lifts it up, okay? Now, this bit here is going to go, I think, on top of that again. Did I decide that's what I was going to do? Yeah, it's going to go inside. So I'm going to stick this one on too. See, I told you, I had this idea, but it was based on an idea by, oh gosh, Grandma Karen. And this is boho blue. Here we go. So that's basically the base of the card. Now, I've got my 3 colors here. I've chosen analogous colors. So I've got boho blue, misty moonlight, and night of navy. Okay, now what direction should I? I think I'm going to start with the boho blue. I'm going to get the hummingbird, and we'll see how this works. And I shall put it on my block when I find the block that I need. It would fit on this one. Okay. Okay, so he's going to go here. I'm going to do him first. I'm just going to stamp him in boho blue. And I really hope this works. But if it doesn't, it's an experiment gone wrong. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it like that. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe off my stamp in between, just so I minimize my mistakes that I might make. So I've finished with the boho blue. The next one I'm going to use is Misty Moonlight. I'm going to do the same thing again. Got my hummingbird, and I am going to stamp him almost on top of the other one, about the same height. There we go. You can see what's happening here. I reckon you could do this in lots of different colors too, you know. You could experiment with it. So let's close that one up. And the last one I'm going to get is Night of Navy. Here we go. So far, so good. Okay. And he's going to go... His beak's going to be off the page, but that's okay. Like that. So I've got my 3 birds on the front. And what's going to happen is that's going to go on top of that. So let's move that out of the way and that out of the way. Go put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to use the edge here. Get another one to use up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I might put, yeah, that one doesn't want to come off. I'll get another one that I shall cut on this side. Let's get one there and one there. Okay, now let's get this doesn't want to come off. There we go. Those little bugs can be little pests at times, but I love them. Okay, so I'm going to place him on the card like this. Okay, this card's nearly finished. Okay, I've got a leather piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to find, I think I might use this one. Sometimes there are no words. So I'm going to put it on here, and I think I want to do it in Misty Moonlight. Okay, so let's pop that one there. I think that one would be a nice one to use. I'll get my Misty Moonlight back. This is a beautiful font in this stamp set as well. Sometimes there are no words. Sometimes there aren't any words you can say. A hug is what you need to do. Okay, now I'm going to just trim that. And I think it's a little long, so I'm just going to get my cutter here on the table. I'm going to take a little bit, whoops, upside down, a little bit off this. Got a little bit of paper in there. I had to get a new blade the other day because mine was getting rather hairy. And I thought, you know what, let's just put a new blade in. There we go. Try that and see. But when you put a new blade in, you wonder why you waited so long. There we go. Now, I'm going to cut it. I don't want it to be a very deep arrowhead, so I'm just going to, there we go. I think that's quite enough. And I'm just going to put that up the top. Okay. Now, should I raise it up? Or should I put it down here? I think I want to put it up. I actually might put it up here. On this corner. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it flat on the card because there are quite a lot of layers on it. So let's do this. And I want to leave just a teeny bit of that blue, like so. Okay. So you can see it just goes over the edge. Now, inside, I don't know whether I want to put anything inside it or not. I actually just think I might make it blank because if you're sending something like that, you probably want to write a message inside, and it looks like that banner is finished. So let's get another one. And I'm going to put that on the inside. Well, that's what I thought, Sharon, about putting a bird in the corner. What color do you think I should use? The boho, the Misty Moonlight, or the navy? Actually, this one's pretty, isn't it? Just a little bit. I think I might use that one. Let's get clean off my stamp because it's got Misty Moonlight on it. I just want to make sure that it's not got ink on it so that it won't spoil the inside now that I've put it on. Or the middle one. Okay, we'll go with instead of boho blue, let's go, since you've told me what you would like on it, I think we'll do Misty Moonlight. Okay, so let's get this. And I actually think, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to sort of just put it partly on the card like that, so that it's not completely on the card. So that's my inside. Now I just want to add one more thing to it. I'm just going to get a few of these rhinestone jewels, and I'm just going to add those to the card like that. And there is my card. Now, I don't have a second one to show you because I've just done this one right now. So there we go. This is the one I did today. I do love these ones. They're really pretty. And I loved all those facts that I found out about the hummingbirds. So let's see if I can get them all in. Very different in many ways. You can see I still like my blues. So I've got this one here, this one. Which one do you like? Thank you, Sharon. I don't know which one I like. Which one do you like, Rod?
Right one.
The right one?
Yep.
Oh, yes. I think because Rod's a minimalist, and it's blue, and that would be why he would like that one. But yeah, I think that is really pretty. It'd be nice to try different colors and see how it turns out. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope to see you next week, and all the best for the week ahead. I've got a retreat this weekend, so I'm hoping I've got enough energy to take me through, because I'm pretty tired today. But yeah, so I'll be heading up there tomorrow afternoon to Lura, which is a beautiful place, and it's partly going to be a lovely weekend. So yeah, I like the bluebirds too. It just, yeah, there's something elegant about it, isn't there? Yeah. Okay, right. I will say bye and catch up with you another time.